Begin by coming down onto your hands and knees. Arrange your hands shoulder width distance apart, your knees hip width distance, and then start to circle your hips around. Nice and slow. Explore the range that you have here. Notice if it feels less natural to move through one part of that circle. And then let's go ahead and take it the other way. So you're paying attention to what you feel in your body and how that movement is playing out. Come all the way back to center. Step your right foot forward, and you're going to have your right come out pretty wide. So your toes are pointing out, your heel is pointing in. And then on an inhale, lean out into your right leg. So you're coming into a half squat here. And then as you exhale, ease yourself back to the middle. Inhale, lean out. Lengthen your spine while you're at it. And then as you exhale, move back to the middle. So you're going to follow your breath and you're going to keep going. And as you're doing this, get really curious about what you feel in your body, how your body weight is shifting. You might feel heavier as you lean out. You might feel the weight lift out of your foot as you come back to the middle. This next time that you come back to the middle, go ahead and stay. Ease your right knee back and down, and then briefly come up into a kneeling position and shake out your wrist a little bit. And then when you're ready, come back down onto your hands and knees. If your wrists need a little bit of something different, you can come up onto two fists so that your wrists are more neutral. Step your left foot out into half squat. And then just like we did before, you're inhaling out wide, lengthening your spine while you're at it, and then exhale back to where we started. Keep going. Inhale out wide. Exhale back in. Be curious about your body, but also be curious about what you see. Maybe you see your hands pressing down. Maybe you see your foot. Next time that you've exhaled back to the center, go ahead and stay. And then from there, shift your ankles around. Make your way down into a seated position. And we're going to come into deer pose. So you're going to take your right knee out to your right side. Your right knee is going to line up with your right hip. And then your right knee is also lining up with your right ankle. So you have these 90-degree angles going on here. Take your left leg forward in a similar way. Left knee, left hip, left knee, left ankle. Put your fingertips down and then stretch up long and tall in your spine, and then hold and breathe here. And I want you to still be curious about your body. And also to be curious what you hear right now. Sounds that are far away. Sounds that are close by. Two more breaths right here. And then as you're ready, slowly shift. You're going to bring your right knee forward for deer pose and your left knee out to the left side. Coming back to the hip to knee, knee to ankle alignment. We've got a 90-degree angle there. Put your fingertips down, stretch up tall through your spine, and then breathe and hold here. You are aware of the sensations in your body right now. And then I want you to also be curious about anything that you might smell or taste. Lingering taste in your mouth, any smells that you might be able to pick up in the air. See if you can relax into any of the sensations that you're feeling in your body. Can you bring in softness? And then gently release and bring your legs into a simple cross-leg position. And you will either want to come next to a couch or bring a chair onto your mat. So if you need to pause the video in order to have time to set this up, then please do that. If you are going to use a chair and you know that it's a hard surface, like the one I'm using here, go ahead and lay a blanket on top or a thin pillow so that you'll have more comfort and padding. Have another blanket nearby in case you want to use it to cover yourself up. And then bring yourself down onto the ground and then sit on your outer hip and make sure you are really close to either your chair or your couch. Lay down onto your elbow. Shift back, lower your other elbow, and then extend your legs up on top of the chair. You're going to want to be close enough that the bends in the back of your knees come to the edge of the seat of the chair or the couch. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lay yourself down. In a moment, we're going to rest in this shape, but at first we're going to stretch a little bit more and unwind your hips. Begin that by bringing your right ankle up and crossing it over your left knee. So you're coming into a variation of reclining pigeon, and you're going to allow your right leg just to release into this. And this might be your pose. There's a lot of value to just passively letting go in shapes like this and being supported. Or if you want something more active, you can bring your legs towards you, thread your right hand through the inside, your left hand around the outside of your left leg, and squeeze your legs in towards you. Take some really easy, slow breaths right here. And then gently unravel and switch. Lay your right leg down, cross your left leg over, and for the first couple of moments, if not longer, just passively let your body hang out in that position. And then if you want to take that active approach where you pull your legs in, go ahead and do it. Both are really good. I don't want you to think that one is better than the other. It's just whatever intuitively your body needs today. And see if you might bring in elements of softness, if you might relax your face a little bit more. Maybe you can soften your eyes a little bit more. You might let go of any tension in your hips. And then really slowly release that and thread both of your legs up and through and onto the chair, onto the couch. Ask yourself if you could scoot your bottom a little bit closer to the chair or couch and still be comfortable. And then see if you want to cover yourself in any way. If you want to lay a blanket over your body in one place or another. An area that a lot of folks find value in covering up is the shins. It can add this sort of comforting weight, especially if you have a blanket that's a little bit heavier, like these woven blankets. If you have a weighted blanket, that's great too. Rest your arms alongside you in this middle ground where they're not too close to the sides of you and they're not too wide. They're somewhere in the middle. And then as much as you can, notice into your hips and invite your pelvis to spread across your yoga mat. Let it release down and spread wide across your mat. We're going to be resting just like this for a couple of minutes. So your muscles do not need to be ready to move. You can really let those muscles in your hips have a chance to let go of effort and release and relax. Start to breathe in a slow, easy way, and you might feel, you might sense or notice your breath filling you up and emptying you out. Take 2 more breaths, letting your breaths fill you up and empty you out. One more time, let your breath fill you up and empty you out. And gradually bring your knees in, and depending upon what makes most sense to you, we're going to be heading into Shavasana. So if you want to, you can take your feet and press your chair away. If you need to, roll to one side and scoot your body away from your couch or your chair, and then lay yourself down in Shavasana, then go for that. Stretch out your legs, stretch out your arms. And for these last moments here, this last minute or so of rest, I want you to stay aware of your body. And to also be really curious about the part of you that is observing all of this. In yoga, we recognize that this is your spirit, this is your highest self, the witness to it all. Start to move a little. Your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles, whatever feels good. Bend your knees and roll off to one side. Make your way up and into a seated position. And once you're in that seated position, bring your hands together in prayer and press your thumbs into your lips. Take a few centering breaths here. Fully aware of your body, mind, spirit, and life, this environment that surrounds you, this community that you're a part of. Great practice today. I'll see you soon.